This is Wasteland Fatigue Weekly, brought to you by Fatigue Force. All right, you Wasteland wanderers, settle in. Time for the latest intel drop from the Fatigue Force community.
Yeah, Wasteland Fatigue Weekly is back.
We're digging through the chatter so you don't have to. Forget the endless scrolling.
We pull out the interesting bits, the highlights.
Exactly. This time, we're focusing on what our fellow survivors, the players, have been up to. Some cool stuff, some grinding, some weirdness.
Always a mixed bag, isn't it? Post-apocalypse water cooler talk.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
So what tales from the trenches caught our eye? Let's jump right in.
Sounds good. It's always a great snapshot of, life out there, what keeps people pushing forward.
For sure. Okay, first thing, getting stronger. The level grind.
Oh, yeah. The eternal grind.
Fatigue Force is putting in the work, leveling up their pet, slowly but surely.
It takes serious time, doesn't it? They mentioned that themselves.
Yeah, it takes so much time. We feel that. But then you see folks like Vukum, level 88 pet.
Whoa. 88. An ugly Y.
At 67. That's dedication. Seriously, how many hours does that even represent?
It's massive. It really shows that long-term investment, setting those big goals and just chipping away.
Day after day,
Yeah.
those high levels mean serious playtime.
Yeah.
And probably knowing the game inside out.
Definitely. You don't get there by accident. Events probably help speed things up a bit, but still.
Right. Speaking of long-term goals, or maybe just unattainable ones,
Yeah.
the Vastock Gold Watch Op.
Yeah, yes, the legendary watch.
Sounds almost mythical. Daimo Sheep mentions it, and suddenly Slobodan 86 is like, how do I get one?
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently they even had one before.
Really? Wow. But Ugly Y cleared it up. It's untradeable. A veteran item.
Makes the remaining vets happy, was the quote, I think, like a badge of honor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Little something to show you've been around.
Yeah.
Yaffy Yori 8908 was joking about maybe trading for one.
Which sounds like a hard no. Untradeable means untradeable.
It adds to the mystique, right? That desire for something super rare, exclusive.
Oh, absolutely. It's that thrill of the chase, getting something few others have. The untradeable part just makes it more personal.
Totally get it. All right, moving on to survival basics. Resources. Gotta keep the lights on, metaphorically speaking.
Or literally, sometimes. Generators need fuel.
Right. And Azimnia went on a real trek, didn't they, to the tourist camp?
Yeah, in the industrial cities. Following a tip from Jarrett321, I believe.
Looking for advanced stuff like armor plates. And remember when finding any armor plates felt like hitting the jackpot?
Oh yeah, but things change. Bang boy, those you mentioned, they're easier now.
With the collection bonus.
Exactly. Shows how the game economy evolves. Still, easier doesn't mean easy.
No kidding, in Zimnia. Reckoned it would still take like a month without time tokens to get enough.
That's still a serious commitment for a big project. What makes those plates so consistently desirable, do you think?
Gotta be for upgrades, right? Better gear, stronger base components. The next tier.
Makes sense. Which brings up priorities. When you're grinding like that, what do you focus on first?
Good question. Daimo Sheep actually gave Inzimnia some advice on that.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Said if they're close to getting something big, like the BelAZ, which sounds like a beast of a vehicle,
The BelAZ, yeah. Heavy hauler.
then prioritize the generator upgrade first. Seems logical.
Sound advice, usually. What did Inzimnia say?
Just, nah.
Huh. Okay then. Gotta respect sticking to your own plan, I guess.
Or maybe just didn't feel like explaining it. Sometimes advice is just, noise.
Happens all the time. Sometimes the best way isn't the fun way, or you just have your own system.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this next one, this made me laugh. Ugly Y claims they're kind of poor
Uh-huh. With what? A handful of scrap?
with 40,000 copper. 40K.
No way! 40,000 copper is poor.
That's what they said. Meanwhile, Enkboy 1000 in Inzimnia were like, that's a lot of copper.
Yeah, I'd say, what does that even mean, poor with 40K copper? Maybe compared to needing, like, $1 million for something huge?
Maybe. It just shows how relative wealth is, right? Depends entirely on your goals and what stage you're at.
Totally. What's pocket change to one player is a fortune to another.
Wild. Okay, let's talk health. Staying alive seems important.
Generally advisable, yeah.
Inkboy 1000 seems to be in the camp of wanting high HP. Makes sense. Less dying.
The safe approach. Sensible.
But then there's Ugly Y. Again.
Oh boy. What now?
Apparently enjoys playing with just 1 HP. 1.
Get out of here, seriously. Like, actively tries to stay at 1 HP.
Seems like it. They're even looking forward to the blood visuals being removed on death, but also kind of wish they could keep them optionally for the thrill.
That is intense. Living right on the absolute edge. High risk, high reward, I guess. Takes some serious skill.
Or maybe just confidence. What's your style? Tanky or more glass cannon?
Definitely leaning towards tanky myself. Less stress. But it shows the diversity, right? People find fun in different challenges.
For sure. Some like safety nets, others like tight ropes. Okay, get this. There's like an unofficial contest going on.
A contest for what? Best base. Most kills.
For chatting the most.
Chatting, like in the text chat.
Yeah. They're calling it the Yapping contest.
Okay, that's amazing. Who's winning the Yapping contest?
Well, HEC Gaming apparently used to be the king yapper, but now RJ seems to be the main contender.
RJ, yeah, I see that name a lot. Very active.
Daimuship was even joking, telling Gankboy 1000 to yap a lot more.
Yeah.
And yeah, Yafi89008 in Zimnia and D-Boy Downs, and they all seem to point to RJ as the top yapper.
So, Ugly Way. KB's message count got mentioned too, right? They're probably up there.
Wouldn't surprise me. Ever get lost in chat yourself? Look up and realize you've typed more than you've played.
Maybe not that much, but yeah, chat's a big part of these games. It's the community hub, sharing tips, joking around.
It's a social space built around the game. Adds another layer.
Definitely. Like its own meta game sometimes.
The social leaderboard. Okay, back to actual game goals. In Zimnia is still pushing for that BelAZ.
The BelAZ dream lives on.
Needs those advanced parts. Upgrading the generator, the smelter, all for those armor plates we talked about.
It all connects. You need resources for upgrades to get more resources or build big things.
Exactly. And there's some confusion about storage. The biocontainer.
Oh, right. In Zimnia, thought it was maybe 100%.
But sure, at 321 jumped in. No, it's a massive 1,000% capacity. Huge difference.
That's enormous. Good clarification.
Yeah.
Makes planning easier.
For sure. So the plan is use a bunch of discs, some kind of currency or token, I guess.
Yeah, usually for opening crates or rolling for items.
Right. Roll for that biocontainer and something called a Vector A. The BelAZ hunt continues. What big goal are you chasing in a game right now?
Good question. Mostly just trying to keep up with daily stuff, honestly, but that feeling of working towards a big upgrade,
Yeah.
it's addictive.
It really is. That final piece falling into place. Okay, let's talk oil.
Oil, like actual oil, or is this code?
Seems like both. There's this running joke about oiling. Aerology and RJ Mechanics are bantering about it.
Okay.
And Zimni is chiming in saying they need more oil too. But the funny part is RJ Mechanics joking about offering oil to Aerology, but refusing to give any oil to imposters, specifically calling out meow.eternal.fighter.
Huh. Okay, sounds like a classic community in-joke then. Resource trading mixed with some friendly rivalry.
Totally. Builds that community feel, you know, those little shared jokes.
Definitely makes the Wasteland feel a bit more alive, less bleak.
For sure. Now, switching gears slightly. Language police.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Apparently, some players, Shar321 and Inzimnia included, got muted
Muted? For what? Spamming? Abuse?
for saying WTF.
Wait, seriously,
What?
just WTF. That got them muted.
Seems so. Surprising, right? Didn't realize the Wasteland censors were quite so sensitive.
Wow, yeah, that's unexpected. Even in harsh game worlds, there are rules.
Yes, so. Okay, back to strategy. Crates. Inzimnia was weighing options. Which crates to spend discs on?
Always a gamble, those loot boxes or crates.
Yeah, but apparently the general vibe from the last event was you usually finish the rewards track around 100 opens.
Ah, okay. Good benchmark to have. Helps manage expectations and resources.
Exactly. And speaking of resources, sounds like Inzimnia. Svibnia's biofuel stash is growing nicely. Every drop counts. Got to keep things fueled. What's your go-to for resource management? Hoard everything or spend as you go?
Bit of both. Depends on the game. But efficiency's key, right? Knowing what you need next.
Yeah, prioritizing is crucial. Don't want to waste time or resources on stuff you don't need yet.
Right. Now, the thermonuclear stove.
Okay, that sounds impressive. Endgame cooking?
Must be. Aerology couldn't find one for sale anywhere.
Another rare item quest, perhaps.
Seems like it. Daimuship explained you need a specific item, a vintage lighter,
From the Searching for Truth quest, apparently, to unlock an extra slot in some collection.
and then you can get the stove. Man, and Ugly Y. Confirmed. That item now.
Another one for the long-timers. Bragging rights.
Definitely. What's an item you always wanted in a game but just could not get your hands on?
Oh, there have been a few. Usually involves insane luck or being there for a one-time event I missed. Always stings a little.
I know the feeling. Then we had some nostalgia. Aerology asked about the brick house?
The brick house. Was that a base building thing? Sounds like it. But Mary J. Mechanics delivered the sad news. Can't craft it anymore.
Lost to time. Happens in games. Features get removed or changed.
Makes you miss the old days sometimes, doesn't it?
For sure. Nostalgia hits hard for veteran players.
And the struggle for basic survival continues. Aerology was desperately looking for potato seeds.
Potato seeds. In Chelly.
Yeah, and the advice given. The classic IT support answer.
Don't tell me. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Close. Relog.
Of course. The universal fix. Sometimes it actually works.
You never know. And while they were looking for potatoes, Your Mechanics brought up a rice cultivation guide.
Rice. In the wasteland.
Apparently. But Wireless 21859 clarified it was from the Chinese New Year event. So, missed that boat.
Event-specific stuff again. Makes those items feel special if you were there.
True. Then just random questions, like Yoani0909 asking if it's okay to buy flowers.
Flowers, okay. For decoration. A quest, who knows?
Exactly. And Aerology doing a quick inventory.
Yeah.
Ration cards, Black Rubbles, Iron Nuts. Asks how many people have. Get the classic response from Ugly Y.
Let me guess. I'm poor.
Bingo. Even when asking about basic stuff. The wasteland economy, man.
It's its own beast. What's valuable one day might be junk the next, depending on what you need.
So true. Then we had a real distress call. Yao.eternal.fighter needed travel info. Urgently.
Oh yeah. Where to?
From Chelly to Kiev. Needed diesel estimates for getting BelAZ reactors. Sounds important.
Definitely sounds like a critical trip. Did they get an answer?
Ugly Y gave a rough estimate. And in return, Meow.eternal.fighter gifted them
A parking ticket.
parking ticket in the post-apocalypse. That's brilliant.
Right. Gotta love that wasteland humor. Keeps things from getting too grim.
Those little moments of absurdity are the best.
They really are. Okay, for the min-maxers out there, Jahari321 had a question.
About optimizing something, I bet.
Yep, golden watch bonus plus smelter bonus. Does it equal instant crafting?
Ooh, the dream. Instant crafting. What's the verdict? According to Dymo Sheep, almost. Close, but not quite. Pointed them to a channel for the exact math.
The details matter. So close, yet so far from perfect efficiency.
Always chasing that extra percentage point, aren't they?
It's part of the fun for a lot of players, mastering the systems.
Oh, true. Then a quick panic moment. Azolas reported a nasty carry weight glitch.
Oh no, carry weight glitches are the worst, especially if you're a hoarder.
Totally. But relief came quickly. A Doge Mechanics confirmed an update with a fix was already out.
Phew. Crisis averted for the pack rats. Good dev response time.
Always good to see. And a quick strategy shout out. Desert 14 using the No One Leave perk to kill enemies.
Clever. Using perks in unexpected ways.
Every tool has its use, right? Finding those niche strategies.
That emergent gameplay is always cool to see.
And finally, Crisp031 asked about herbicide. What's that for?
Just as Zillingby chimed in, apparently it's for getting Jennifer
Jennifer, where?
in Science Cities. Another specific item for a specific purpose.
The wasteland is full of weird items and uses. Okay, let's touch on the economy side briefly.
Right, trading. Always happening.
Desert 14 mentioned the going rate for alcohol, trading it for currency, basic bartering.
The oldest form of commerce. Good old booze.
And they were also looking for a pickaxe. Wanted a good price.
Pickaxes can be pricey depending what was offered.
Ugly Y offered 2 for 5K. But Vookum remembered buying one way cheaper back in the day.
Huh. Prices fluctuate, huh? Inflation hits the wasteland too.
Seems like it. And Insnia put out a trade offer. 1,200 cement for lead and flint.
Specific needs, specific offers. That's the player market.
Yeah. And lastly, on trading, a clarification from J Mechanics. Titanium.
High-tier stuff. What about it?
Basically anything involving titanium, except the pot, apparently, cannot be traded.
Good to know. Keeps those really high-end materials earned, not just bought.
Makes sense. Got to work for the best gear.
Exactly. Adds value.
All right, Wastelanders, that wraps up this week's intel dump from the Fatigue Force community. Quite a tour, huh?
Yeah, covered a lot of ground. Leveling, legendary items, resource runs, weird bugs, yapping contests.
Health gambles, trading woes, thermonuclear stoves. It's never dull out there. What stood out most to you?
Just the sheer variety, you know? Everyone's playing their own game within the game, chasing different goals, finding different ways to have fun or survive.
Totally. It's a wild, weird, wonderful wasteland community. So as you head back out there, survivors,
keep your wits about you.
we got to ask, what are you grinding for right now? What's your big BelAZ, your Vastock watch?
And what's the strangest thing you've stumbled upon lately? A weird glitch, a funny interaction.
Let us know down in the comments. Share those Wasteland war stories.
Yeah, we love hearing them.
And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, maybe give that like button a click. Subscribe for more reports from the front lines.
Helps us know you're out there listening.
Until next time, stay safe, watch your back, and may your loot be legendary.
Or at least contain some decent copper, unlike some people's definition of poor.